Hi guys, I'm Tanya and welcome back to my channel, The Donkey Business. Today I'm going to talk about several movies and shows that I have binge watched on Netflix very recently, and it comes with my highest recommendation. And let's get into the video. The first recommendation that I have is called Depp vs. Heard, which is the trial about the very famous Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, which was happening in the US this year. And Netflix has made a 3-part documentary series on it, and I was literally following the case. I used to watch it live on YouTube every night, and what I thought about the case was that more than about the case and what the couple went through personally, it's more about the power of social media and how social media might have or have not tempered the case at all. In the age of social media, the public has the ability to bypass traditional media outlets and to form their own opinions about the cases like Depp vs. Heard trial. This can be a good thing as it allows the public to be powerful and hold people accountable. However, it can also be a bad thing as it can allow misinformation and hatred to spread unchecked. The Depp vs. Heard trial is a perfect example of the dangers of social media. It is a very important series for us to understand that everything is not hale and hearty, especially when you come from a business which has eyes on you all the time. I highly recommend it, and yeah, it's really cool and it's available on Netflix. The second series that I want to talk about is about Britney Spears. It's called Britney, also available on Netflix. The documentary tells the story of Britney Spears, who is one of the biggest pop stars the world has ever seen. It is about her 13-year-old conservatorship. The Britney documentary takes an in-depth look at the conservatorship and the Free Britney movement. It features interviews from the Spears family, friends and fans, and lawyers and other experts. The documentary is a powerful and moving look at the pop star who has been through a lot. It's also a cautionary tale about the dangers and conservatorships and the importance of mental health awareness. Whoever said money can buy happiness, I truly believe so, but after this documentary, I don't know how far that's true. The higher you go, the more problems you kind of get in. If you're a fan of Britney Spears or if you're simply interested in learning about her story, I highly recommend watching the Britney documentary. It's a must watch for people who want to understand the Free Britney movement and how brutal her life was, is, and family is family, but not in everyone's case. The next series that I want to recommend is called Safe, which is a thriller mini series, and it's a British drama created by Arlen Coben and starring Michael C. Hall. It follows Tom Delaney, a widower and surgeon who is struggling to raise his 2 teenage daughters alone. When his oldest daughter Jenny goes missing, Tom uncovers a web of secrets and lies in this affluent neighborhood. Safe is a gripping and suspenseful thriller that will keep you at the edge of your seat. It's also a thought-provoking exploration of themes like family, community, and the dark side of human nature. Here are a few reasons why I recommend you to watch Safe. It is well written and well acted. It has a lot of twists and turns, and it's a very interesting plot. It features a diverse cast of characters who are all well developed and are pretty believable. It's beautifully shot and directed, thought-provoking, suspenseful, and has a pretty satisfying conclusion. If you're a fan of thriller, mysteries, and suspenseful dramas, then I highly recommend watching Safe. It's one of the best mini series that I have watched this year, available on Netflix, and let me know what you think about it in the comments below. The next one that I want to talk about is a German mini series which is also available on Netflix called Dear Child. Dear Child is based on the best-selling novel of the same name by Romy Hossmann. It tells the story of Lena, who is a woman who escaped from captivity after being held for years. She is found severely injured in a forest with a young girl named Hannah. As Lena and Hannah recover in the hospital, the police investigates Lena's disappearance and identity of her captor. They try to figure the relationship between Lena and Hannah. A Dear Child is a dark and suspenseful thriller that explores themes like trauma, motherhood, and the power of love. It's also a meditation in the resilience of the human spirit. There are a few reasons why I recommend Dear Child. I was not the biggest fan of the ending, but it definitely kept me hooked, and I really tried to understand what could happen. It's a well-written and well-acted thriller with complex and an intriguing plot. It features a strong female lead in Lena. It's beautifully shot and directed and comes with one of my highest recommendation. The next one that I want to recommend is a documentary series again called The Big Vape, which is also available on Netflix and is about the rise and fall of Juul, the e-cigarette company that sparked a youth vaping epidemic. The docuseries features interviews with executives from Juul and other e-cigarette companies, as well as with parents, teachers, and public health experts. Big Vape is a shocking and eye-opening docuseries that exposes the truth behind the rise of vaping and the devastating impact that it had on people, especially the younger generation. It is also a cautionary tale about the dangers of corporate greed and the importance of regulating new technologies. There are a few reasons why I highly recommend Big Vape. It's well made and informative series that tells us a very important story. I totally believe that Juul was a good thing for adults, but the way it was marketed really made Juul go from highs to low. But it's a cool documentary. Again, I learned a lot about the vaping industry and I highly recommend it. Next one I want to talk about is a Spanish series called Diary of a Gigolo, which is also available on Netflix and is really interesting. It's about a gigolo who obviously is doing that for a living and hired by a customer who wants Emmanuel, the gigolo, to fall in love with his daughter so that the daughter can live a better life and kind of open up and realize what life is. But he actually falls in love with her, understands that the family is very twisted. Involvement with the girl puts him into dangerous world of secrets and lies, and he's soon forced to choose between his love for Anna and his loyalty to his clients. Diary of a Gigolo is well written and well acted drama that explores themes like love, loyalty, and the dark side of human nature. It's also a visually stunning series and has a lush and atmospheric setting. I highly recommend it and it's available on Netflix. Next one that I want to recommend is called The Chestnut Man, which is a Danish crime thriller mini series and is based on the novel by the same name. This follows Nia, a detective who is investigating a series of murders of young women around. The bodies are found with a Chestnut Man figure placed next to them. As she investigates the murder, she uncovers the dark secrets from her own past. She also discovers that the murders are connected to a missing child case from her past. That is gripping and suspenseful thriller that will keep you at the edge of your seat. It's also complex and thought-provoking story that explores themes like trauma, loss, and the power of past. I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed watching it and let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Next one that I want to talk about is called Beckham. I am someone who does not watch football and I really enjoyed watching this 4-part series which is about the Beckham family. What David Beckham went through in his early stages of career, how Manchester changed his life, how Victoria Beckham really was there for him and how they created royalty. It features interviews with Beckham, his family and friends and his former teammates and coaches. It also includes never seen before from Beckham's personal archive. Beckham is a fascinating and inspiring story about a man who overcame humble beginnings to become a global superstar and one of the most known personalities in the world. It's also a story about the power of hard work, dedication and passion. I really enjoyed watching it and I highly recommend it. This one that I want to talk about is called Snow Girl, which is also a Spanish mini-series from the genre of thriller and is based on a novel by the same name. It follows Mireille Martin, a young trainee journalist who is investigating the disappearance of a young girl named Amaya Martin. It disappeared during a parade in Malaga on Three Kings Day. Mireille's information leads her to uncover dark web of secrets and lies. She also discovers that Amaya's disappearance is connected to a series of unsolved crimes from the past. And The Snow Girl is a very gripping and thrilling series. I was hooked. I did not know what to expect. The end was a bit disappointing, but the antagonist in the show has acted so well. It's well made. Even though that the ending was disappointing, I was still into it to kind of understand what's gonna happen. I really enjoyed watching it. It's like 7-8 episodes I guess and comes with my highest recommendation. It's called Snow Girl and is available on Netflix, comes from the country Spain. So these were the recommendations I have from Netflix. I think I sorted you out for a week. Let me know if you have any recommendations for me. I would love to watch it, and thank you so much for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you very soon with another bunch of recommendations.